Hello and welcome to ATIC. My name is Akshay and we are back with the new part of this tutorial series, that is C# tutorial for beginners. So today we will learn what is multiple inheritance in C#. So these are the contents we will be discussing in today's tutorial, that is multiple inheritance in C#, and as well as we will see difference between interface and abstract class. Okay, so we have learned what is abstract class in this tutorial series. If you guys not aware about this, so please go and check that video first in order to understand what is abstract class. And then only you will be able to understand what is the difference between interface and abstract class. And talking about interfaces, so that we have learned in just the previous tutorial of this tutorial series, that what is interface. And in that tutorial also I have told you that in order to understand multiple inheritance in C#, we have to be well aware of what is interface in C#. Okay, so now we have understood what is interface. So let's just see what is multiple inheritance in C#, because we know multiple inheritance in C# is only possible through interfaces, and that we have discussed. Why? Because there is a deadly diamond of death problem if we try to use multiple inheritance using class. And what is that also? That is what is deadly diamond of death problem in C#. We have learned that in this very tutorial series. If you guys not aware about that, please go and check that video also. So you will understand what is that problem, that is deadly diamond of death problem, which occurs when we try to use multiple inheritance using classes. Okay. So now what is multiple inheritance first? It is a phenomena in which a type can have more than one base type and inherit all the features from its parent types. So as you can see here in the diagram, a class or an interface can have more than one class or more than one interface. But keep in mind only one thing, that this class can have more than one interface, but this class will only can have a single base class. Okay, so what this means, we will see that in action, so don't worry about that, but just keep in mind that a class can have only one base class, but it can have more than one interface, that is more than one interface base interface. Okay, unlike classes, interface cannot have a base class, but interface can have more than one interface. Okay, so don't be confused with this. Let's just see this into an action. Okay, so for that let's just switch to Visual Studio. Okay, so I will get rid of this extra namespaces and I will create one class here. Let's just take a simple student class here, class student. Okay, and we'll make that as abstract. And what is abstract class we have learned already, I have told you. If you guys not aware about that, please go and check the video of abstract class in this very tutorial series, you will find that. So coming back to this concept, I will create another interface as well, interface iStudent. Okay, let's just consider we have two another classes, that is class engineering student. Okay, so same example that we have seen in the previous tutorial. Okay, and we will take another class, that is medical student. And let's just take two another interfaces, that is engineering student and medical student. Okay, so I am taking this all the interfaces, these abstract class, these classes directly because we have already seen this same example in the previous tutorial. So that is why I assume that you guys are well aware of this concept as well as this example, because we have just seen in the previous tutorial that is the same example. Okay, so this I should be capital, and also we have learned why this I we have to take in this interface name. So that is nothing but a convention. From this name we can able to tell that we can able to find out that yes, this is an interface. Okay, so that is why we have learned all these things in the previous tutorials of this tutorial series. Okay, so let's consider this abstract class has some properties. String first name and another property that is last name. Okay, and let's just have one method, public void print full name. Okay, like this, and we will make that as abstract. And we have learned this also, what is abstract methods in abstract class. Okay, so if you guys not aware about that, so that's why I am repeating again and again. You have to be very well aware of these concepts, and we have learned everything in this tutorial series. If you guys not aware, please go and check that first. Okay, now in these interfaces there are some methods, let's say, which will be required by these medical student class and engineering student class. So let's just take those methods. Let's just consider the same example which we have taken in the previous tutorial. That is, let's say this engineering student interface providing one method that is calculate area of circle. Okay, and similarly a medical student providing one method that is calculate ECG count. Okay, and let's consider this interface, that is iStudent, has some methods like to save student into the database. Okay, like this, void save student. Okay, now we have this abstract class, this engineering student class, a medical student class, and these many interfaces. So I will take this interface above these classes after this abstract class. Okay, like this. Now I need all these properties and this method in both these classes, that is engineering student class and a medical student class. So I will make these both classes inherit from that abstract class, that is student, like this. And as soon as I have done that, that red squiggly line comes, and what it says, medical student does not implement inherited abstract member student.print full name, and similarly engineering student does not implement inherited abstract member student.print full name. So now if you don't want that red squiggly line, you have to implement that abstract base class, that is this full name, that is this print full name. Or otherwise what you can do, or what we can do, instead of making this abstract, we can make that virtual, and we can provide implementation right here. Okay, so anyway we know what can be the interface, what can be the implementation. Only we have to concatenate those two, first name and last name. Okay, like this, full name is equals to plus first name plus one space I will be giving there, and last name, like this. So this can be the default implementation which inheriting classes can use. Or by making this as virtual right here, what this virtual indicates, that it indicates that the derived classes of this abstract class can provide their own implementation, or they can use this implementation as well. So that's what the significance of this virtual, and that also we have learned in this tutorial series, that what is this virtual keyword used for. Okay, so now I can provide my own implementation, as well as I can use this very implementation which is already provided by this base class. Like this, if I go to the main method and create the object of that medical student and engineering student through this abstract base class, like this, student obj is equals to new engineering student, and similarly student obj2, and let's just give this as a obj1 is equals and obj2 is equals to obj2 is equals to new medical student, like this. So we know they can use their base class implementations, that is that print full name, like this. Okay, so like this. And similarly obj2, which is a medical student, also can use that default implementation, like this. But before that, we know what this print full name is doing. It is concatenating that first name with that last name and showing onto the console. So for that we have to initialize those properties, that is first name and last name. So I will initialize those first name and last name. Let's say Akshay is a first name and Borje is the last name. And similarly here also I will initialize those names from the object of this student, which is a medical student, like this, John Wayne maybe. Okay, and now if I run, okay, fine, it is working fine. Full name is equal to Akshay Borje, full name is equal to John Wayne. But can you able to identify which student is a medical student and which student is an engineering student? So that is why this virtual keyword comes to rescue. Or there is so much advantage of this virtual keyword. Now by making this method as virtual, what we can do, we can even provide their own implementation, that is their own specific implementation if they want to, like this. I can do something like this: public override print full name. Okay, so I have find that in the IntelliSense only. Okay, so we can do that something like this. So we can do something like this as well. We can override that base class method and we can provide our own implementation. So if I print some method, if I want to provide my own implementation, so I can do that. Full name is equals to plus first name, and as you can see, we are able to access these properties as well, because why? We are inheriting from that base class and we can access all the features of the parent class, like this. And that's what mentioned here. Now multiple inheritance, it is a phenomena in which a type can have a more than one base type and inherit all the features of its parent type, and that's what we are doing here. It is able to access that property, that base class property, and I will append that last name as well, like this. And I will append that one message that this is a engineering student. And similarly here I will give a message that is medical student. I will give space here as well. Okay, and now if I run, okay, so as you can see here, it is giving that specific, it is using basically that specific method, Akshay Borje engineering student, John Wayne medical student. Okay, so even though there is a method in this base class, that is this base class provided that implementation like this, it is only showing first name plus last name. But by making this method as virtual, derived class can provide their own implementation like this, and by making object like this, that is creating object through reference variable of the base class, we can be able to call that overridden method, and that also we have learned in this video tutorial. That is what is method hiding and what is method overriding, and which method gets called in case of method overriding when we create objects through base class reference variable, and which method gets called in case of method hiding. So that also we have learned everything in this tutorial series. If you guys not aware about, we have to be very well aware of this concept first, that is method overriding, method hiding, abstract classes, interface. So that is why I am repeating again and again. Please go and check those videos first in order to understand this tutorial. Okay. So now coming back to the multiple inheritance, now I want some specific methods for this engineering student as well as this medical student. I want some method, let's say I want some method for this engineering student from which it can be able to calculate the area of a circle. So for that we have introduced this interface here, and I will inherit that class from this interface, not from this. For that engineering class, I will make that class inherit this interface, that is engineering student interface, like this, I engineering student. So as soon as you do that, you have to implement that method. Okay, so if you go to show potential fixes and implement that interface, so it will be implemented automatically here, but you have to give some logic there. If you don't give that, it will throw that not implemented exception. Okay, so you have to provide some implementation here. Console dot write line method implemented in engineering class, engineering student class, and which method? Area of circle method. Okay, so we are not providing actual implementation here, we will just provide one simple message. Anyway, we are not here to see how area of circle is get calculated, but we are here to learn only what is multiple inheritance. Okay, so that is why. And similarly, this medical student, let's say this medical student needs one method to calculate ECG count, so we will make this class inherit from that I medical student interface. So here there is one interface we have already introduced, and there is one method that is calculate ECG. So that is why as soon as you make this class inherit that interface, you have to implement that method, otherwise it gives error. And why? We have everything learned. Okay, why do that? Okay, so I have to implement that, and I have to provide implementation here as well, otherwise it will throw that exception. And again, don't worry about what is exception, we will be learning in a very great detail what is exceptions in C#, but in later videos. Okay, so coming back to this concept now, not this implementation, I have to copy this. Okay, and I have to give semicolon here, so that is why that method giving us error. And I have to copy this, and I will paste this here, and I will make just simple change here. Instead of this area of circle, ECG count method implemented in medical student class. So that's how we have implemented multiple inheritance as well. So this single type is nothing but inheriting from more than one type, that is from this class as well as this interface. And also what it can do, it can inherit from more than this one interface also, but not from more than one class. And that's what the problem we encountered during multiple class inheritance. That is nothing but a deadly diamond of death problem also, and everything we have learned in the previous tutorials. Okay, but we can inherit this class from more than one interface, but not from more than one class. Okay, so if I try to do that as well, let's just, okay, so let's just create one another interface as well. Okay, let's consider we will introduce one another interface. iMedical student 2 like this, and let's say there is one method which will calculate heartbeats like this. And not in a real time we will do something like this. Instead of creating this new interface, we will directly introduce this method in this very interface here, okay, like this. But it is I am only showing this to make you understand what is multiple inheritance, so that is why. And now what I can do, I can make this class, that is this medical student class, inherit from another interface as well, like this, medical, like this, iMedical student 2, and I will go to show potential fixes and implement that interface. So, and I will provide one message here, just a simple message, heartbeat and let's just give this name as a calculate heartbeat counts, okay, and I will change that here as well. Okay, now heartbeat count method implemented in medical student class. Okay, so it is working fine, and let's just try to use that in main method. iMedical student is equals to m is equals to, or let's say obj3 is equals to new medical student, and we can be able to call that method, that is calculate ECG count, okay, like this. And similarly the interface we have just created, from that also we can create derived class object, okay, that is medical student, and we know that that method is present in this iMedical student 2, that is heartbeat count method. So that is why we have to create object like this. So obj4 dot, we will be able to access that calculate heartbeat count method like this. And similarly I will create that engineering student object also from this interface, that is base type of interface, okay. So obj5 is equals to new engineering student, like this, and I will call that calculate area of circle method like this. And if I run this, we will be able to see every messages. First, that is full name Akshay Borje engineering student, full name John Wayne medical student, ECG count method implemented in medical student, heartbeat count method implemented in medical student, area of a circle method implemented in engineering student class. So this is nothing but a multiple inheritance using interfaces. Now let's just try to access multiple inheritance, or let's just try to implement multiple inheritance through class, okay. Let's just consider this would not have been an interface, but if this would have been a class, instead of that it would have been a class. What if we have taken this as a class like this, and we will make that medical student 1 like this, and we have to make that as public, and we have to make that as abstract as well, okay. abstract as well, and also we have to make that as abstract because we know we can only take these abstract methods inside abstract class. Okay, so now if I make this as medical student 1, means if I make this class inherit from this medical student 1 instead of that interface, so what error it throws, that is class medical student cannot have multiple base classes student and medical student 1. So that is the problem, and that is because of a deadly diamond of death problem. We cannot inherit from multiple classes and we cannot implement multiple inheritance using classes. So that is why we have to implement multiple inheritance using interface only. So that is why I will again make that as it is, and here as well. Okay, so I am a medical student. So that is how we implement multiple inheritance through interface in C#. Okay, now as you have understood what is multiple inheritance, so again I have told you one thing: a class can only inherit from one base class, but it can inherit from more than one interface, and that's what I have shown you just now. But again, an interface can inherit from another two interfaces or more than two interfaces, but it cannot inherit from another class. Okay, so let's just see that. Now we know we have these many interfaces right here. Okay, so let's just try to inherit this interface from this interface. Okay, so let's just have that medical student interface like this. Okay, so we are able to inherit this iMedical student 2 from this iMedical student interface, but let's just try to inherit that from this class, or let's say from this class. Okay, instead of inheriting from that interface, let's just try to inherit that from a class, that is abstract class student. So what error it is giving? Type student in interface list is not an interface. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I've told you. Interface cannot inherit from another class. It have to only inherit from another interface, and more than one interface. We can do that. Okay, if I do something like this, as well as I engineering student. So that's what we can do. We can inherit one interface from more than two interfaces, but not from the class. So that's what I've told you in this diagram at the very first. Interface cannot inherit from this class, but interface can inherit from more than two interfaces. And again, a class cannot inherit from more than one class, but it can inherit from more than two interfaces. And having said that, let's just directly see what is the differences between this interface and abstract class. So what is the first differences? It cannot define fields, and that is why it cannot have constructors. And in contrast, in abstract class, it can define fields, and that is why it can have constructor which can be invoked from the derived classes. So let's just see that. Now, as mentioned in the first point, interface cannot have fields. Let's just try to take that. Private string first name, like this. So what error it is throwing? Interface cannot contain instance fields. So not only instance fields, but if I make this as static as well, it will not allow as well. This also will not allow. Okay, feature default interface implementation is not available in C# 7.3. Okay, we have discussed in a previous tutorial that starting from 8.0 we can have a default implementation for this interface. So that all we have learned in the previous tutorial of this tutorial series. If you guys not aware about this, so please go and check that. So now, as mentioned here, it cannot define fields, and that is why cannot have constructors, because we know constructor are required to initialize fields. So in first place, if it cannot define a field, then there is no sense of having constructors there. But in contrast, abstract classes can have fields as well as they can have constructor. So we have seen that it cannot have these fields here, neither private, neither public or any field here, and as well as it cannot have constructors here like this. If I try to do that, interface cannot contain instance constructors, neither it can contain static constructors. Okay, so and we have learned that what is static constructor as well, and why static constructor are required. We required them because we need them to initialize static fields. That also we have learned everything in this very tutorial series. Okay, so what error is giving? Default interface implementation is not available. Okay, so that is the same error that starting from 8.0 the default interface implementation is allowed. Okay, so the interface cannot have fields, neither it can have the constructor. So and it makes very much sense. If it cannot have a fields, then why this constructor will be required? Because we know constructors are required to initialize fields. So this is not possible. But this abstract class can have fields like this: private string, first name, and they can have constructor public student, and that can be public or private, because we know if we don't take any access modifier in front of it, it will be by default private. Okay, but most importantly, it can have the constructor as well as fields, that is abstract class. And that's what the first difference says. What is second difference? It can extend multiple other interfaces, and in case of abstract classes, it can extend only one other class, and which can be abstract or concrete class. Okay, so let's just see that. And we have already seen that. Okay, so this interface can extend any another interfaces like this. I medical student as well as not I medical student but medical student 2 and I engineering student. So this interface can extend any other interfaces, but abstract class can only inherit only one class which may or may not be abstract. So what does that mean? Let me show you that. Let me create another class here, class student 2, like this. Now this abstract class can inherit this class like this, student 2, and let me create another class here, student 3. Okay, and now if I try to inherit this abstract class from another class, so it will give us an error. So what it says, class student cannot have multiple base classes, and that's what this point says. In case of interface, it can extend multiple other interfaces, but in case of abstract classes, it can extend only one another class, and which can be abstract or a concrete class. Now this is a concrete class. We know that. A non-abstract class is called as a concrete class. I remove this, and if I make this as abstract, so that's also working. So that also will work fine. So that also will be allowed. Okay, so this abstract class can extend another abstract class. Okay, and as well as a concrete class. So if I remove this abstract from here, so this is nothing but a concrete class like this, but it cannot extend more than 2 classes, and that's what mentioned here. And third point says a class can inherit from multiple interfaces, and in case of abstract class, a class can inherit from only one abstract class. Now this is a similar point, but only difference is I have shown you this interface can extend another more than one interfaces, and this class can only inherit from another class. But now what this point says, a class can inherit more than two interfaces, like this: I medical student and I engineering student. And I have to implement those interfaces, and it is good to go. Okay, so this is possible, but it cannot inherit from more than two classes. If I try to inherit that from student 2 and let's just consider, and we have already seen that just now. Let's just consider there is one another class which is student 3, and if I try to inherit that, so it will throw an error. And that also I have shown you, student cannot have multiple base classes. So similar point, but only difference that we have seen in case of interface, and it is we are demonstrating in case of classes. Okay, so this interface can extend multiple other interfaces, and this abstract class can only extend one another abstract class. But what this third point says, a class can inherit from multiple interfaces, and here a class can inherit from only one abstract class. Okay, so basically what it is saying, if I make both these classes as abstract, so that will throw a same error. This class, which may or may not be abstract, if I remove this, so this class can only extend one abstract class and not two. But this class can implement more than two interfaces, like this. And what we have to do, just we have to implement those interfaces for that red squiggly line to go away, like this. So this is possible, and that's what this third point says. And what is fourth point? A struct can inherit from multiple interfaces. A struct cannot inherit from an abstract class. So let's just see that. We will consider this as a struct, that is the student 2 and this student 3. Okay, so what that point says, a struct can inherit from multiple interfaces, and in case of abstract classes, a struct cannot inherit from an abstract class in first place. Okay, so that struct cannot inherit from an abstract class. So let's just see that. We know the student is an abstract class, so let make that abstract, because we have removed that. So this is a abstract class. Okay, and if you see that what error it's showing, what error it is giving, type student in interface list is not an interface. So that's nothing but it is saying that the struct can inherit from the interfaces, more than one interfaces, that is multiple interfaces, but not from the abstract class. It can inherit. Okay, and if I implement that interface, and similarly this interface as well, so it is good. It can inherit from multiple interfaces, but it cannot inherit from an abstract class, neither a concrete class. So let's just remove that. Let's just try to remove that. So it cannot inherit from class in first place. Okay, so like this. And that's what the fourth point says. And now fifth and a very important point, that in an interface cannot inherit from a class and can only inherit from other interface. But in case of abstract class, abstract class can inherit from interface and as well as from other class which may or may not be abstract. And that's what the same point I have told you, and that's at the very start I have told you, looking at that diagram, I have told you that interface cannot inherit from the class, but this abstract class can inherit from both class as well as interface, and that's what this point says. So if I going to show you again that thing, what it says, this class can inherit from this interface as well as a class. I have to make that as a class, and let me remove that. Okay, and yes, it should be before interface. That is the convention. Okay, so I will make that as abstract. Okay, now what that point says, this abstract class can inherit from class as well as interface, but this interface cannot inherit from a class like this. So this is a class. Student in interface list is not an interface, so it can only extend another interface and not a class. So that's like this, and that's what this fifth point says. And these are nothing but the differences between this interface and abstract class, and this is the multiple inheritance in C# that we have learned today. So let's just quickly see the summary. First point says that is multiple inheritance is only possible through interface in C#. Okay, we have seen that, and why it is also mentioned here. Interface doesn't support constructor, and as such derived class or interface doesn't need to invoke base type constructor, so there is no ambiguity occur, and as such no deadly diamond of death problem is there. So that is why multiple inheritance is possible using interface. Now what the second point says, let me show you that. Okay, so I have already told you interface doesn't provide constructor and doesn't provide field, so that is why there is no sense of having constructor there. So that is why if this engineering class inherit from more than two interface as well, I have to make that correction here, because it is and that is also another concept. If this interface is inheriting from another interface, then a class which is implementing that interface has to implement that method also which is present in this interface, which this another interface is implementing. So if I go to show potential fixes and implement that, and that is because we have taken that constructor there. If you remember, we have taken this constructor, and that is private constructor, so that is why it is not able to access that outside this class. And we know this derived class anyway and anyhow gonna invoke its base class constructor first. That's what nothing but the deadly diamond occurs because of that only, because that derived class has to invoke its base class constructor, and in case of multiple classes then there is an ambiguity that which base class constructor this derived class should invoke, and that is nothing but the problem occurs with multiple inheritance in case of classes, but in case of interfaces there is no constructor there, and that is why there is no ambiguity for this derived class to invoke its base type constructor, because this interface doesn't provide any constructor in first place. And that's what this point says. So that's it for today, and this is the multiple inheritance in C#, and we will meet in the next part of this tutorial series. Till then, subscribe this channel, like, comment, share these videos, and we will meet soon in our next video. And till then, stay tuned and thank you.